You are looking at the Leonardo Maddog MD-88 2024 Native Edition here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. How you doing, everybody? CJ here. I am your classic jet sim pilot. We got another Maddog flight for you today. 2024 native version. It hasn't quite released yet, so we'll call this another preview, although perhaps by the time this is out, it will have been released, as they are shooting to release it any time now. So here we are at Atlanta. We're going to be Delta 1569 between Atlanta and Louisville, Kentucky. We'll be doing this on VATSIM. I just need to, it is stormy here. Hopefully we get out of here. Bear with me 1 second. I just need to create an aircraft here in Volanta. I was assigned a particular airframe in DVAL, Delta Virtual Airlines. It is a Fusion virtual airline. Look us up. Link to Fusion and the airlines are in my channel description. The absolute best virtual airline network in the sim. We got DVAL along with Virtual American Airlines. We've got a Spirit. We've got a United Airline, Virtual, and of course Piedmont Virtual Airlines, which has a lot of defunct and former carriers, a lot of niche carriers. Really fun stuff. Great group of people. Great Discord. So please look them up. But let's get out of the rain before we get struck by lightning here. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. And let's, much quieter, much nicer in here. So let's go ahead and get this bird fired up. I've done nothing, so follow along with me. I'm not going to stop and explain everything I do this video. I've got several videos out there that where I take the time to kind of take my time. And if you really want to learn how to fly the Maddog, I can't recommend Mustafa's channel. That's Mustafa, Moosestaffa. He has got a fantastic masterclass on the Maddog, and it's you're not gonna get much better than that when it comes to learning to fly the Maddog. I do have to reload. Again, this is not a Leo problem. This is a problem with how my virtual airline ACARS loads in the flight plan into the Maddog's directory. So I'm just going to, let's see, 4650. We want set a more reasonable time of departure here. I know you can't see what I'm doing, and I apologize for that. Leo Maddog, generate the flight. Now look at the new EFB. Some of the cool things it does, it gives you a highlight in red to check the entries if something doesn't look right. So now we're going to reload it, and everything should come back into line. There it is. Yeah, we're only going to Louisville. We're not going to have a ton of fuel. Grand total of 149 pounds in the middle. I'll tell you what, we're going to make this 20,000 pounds because, let's see if that makes the most sense. We'll go here first, and we'll look at the weather. Yeah, here in Atlanta, 22013 gust to 18, 10 miles, thunderstorms, 3,000, and cumulonimbus 4,400 broken, 15,000, 3122. All right, yeah, west, northwest, distant, northeast. What is that? Yeah, frequency lightning, ground, lightning, cloud to ground, and in cloud. West, northwest, spanning west, northwest, distant northeast, thunderstorm west, northwest is moving east, towering Q's north, right in the direction we're going. So this ought to be interesting. And it looks like we're gonna have thunderstorms, light rain throughout the rest of the day. Up at Louisville, we have light winds and good weather, so not a problem there. But just in case we got a super long taxi waiting for an opportunity to get out of here, we'll take some extra fuel. We got plenty of weight for it, not a big deal. Let's, we should have the ground power. We do. We'll bring in the battery. Lock it in position. Actually, I'm still going to end up explaining everything I do. Just checking the battery voltage here. External power. We've got the blue light, so it should be healthy. But do that. I need coffee. We'll bring on the position lights. Let's come down here. We are 908 Delta Lima is our airframe today. Here we go. We're going to wait for everything to come online here. And then we will get to getting. There we go. Alright, we'll come over to this side first. We'll go to menu. We'll go to ACARS. We'll go to AOC standard. We'll go to pre-flight. We'll ask for the init request. Wait for that to fill in. Make sure we got the right everything. We should be Delta 1569 Atlanta to Muhammad Ali. Okay. We are looking at... while we're sitting here, I'm going to open up the main door here. And let's see if we need a weekly check. We do. We'll request that. Come back here. Times, weights. Oh, no, weights in the OFP. There we go. Planned fuel. We got a block fuel of 18. Oh, no, we did 20,000 pounds as a block fuel. So we'll put that in the block. 20,000. In fact, let's go ahead and request refueling. Trip fuel. Actually, I'm going to wait till I fill all that out. Trip fuel is 69.14. My fault. 69.14 goes in here. Taxi fuel, 440. Excellent. Send that. Go back. Flight plan. Go back. Receive messages. We just got our first load sheet. But that's going to change a little bit because that's only going to have the original fuel load on it, I do believe. Okay. We'll return. We'll go to GSX. Request refueling. GSX settings. I need to bring the audio back up. All right. Cool. It's kind of warm out. So, where's the cabin temperature? Yeah, it's up above 30. So let's get we'll get the APU running as well.
Fire left engine. Fire right engine. Fire left engine.
Do we have a fuel truck coming? There's the fuel truck. Awesome. What do you mean, please don't load fuel just yet? There we go. I want the fuel. There we go. We're getting it. Alright, let's bring up the APU.
Captain, all maintenance checks are completed and the tech log is ready.
Thank you, sir. Nice. Nice. Let that APU intake door open. We'll flip it to start, and then there goes the start. Return it back, and then we should have an APU here in a few momentos. All right, we've got this ready. Let's start the this aligning. We've got current 19s. We got two 19s. We're in the right aircraft. MD-88 position init. We'll bring the GPS coordinates into the FMC position, so that's perfect. KATL goes there. And what gate are we at? Charlie 35. Chuck 35 goes to gate. That's not the database. That's alright. Our GNS position makes sense with the airport position. That's all we need. The route today is going to be KATL to Sierra Delta Foxtrot. Put that in there. Glazers is our only waypoint. We'll get the bleed going. We'll bring the APU online. We can dismiss the GPU. It's really noisy out there anyway. The ground crew will be happy to see it go. As soon as we have bleed, we got some bleed pressure. I'll go ahead and open the pneumatic crossfeed valves. We'll start cooling the cabin down. All right, let's start with our overhead. Normal. Reset the gens. That's pulled away. We're good there. Fire agents are off. We got it on. There's the galley is off. The bus tie is in auto. The DC bus tie is open. There we got some. Gosh darn it. Sorry. We got some bleed air. Making sure those pack cooling fans come on, and they are off. We should have the fuel pump on. I did not do that. Let's check our emergency lights, shall we?
Flight deck PA and emergency lights test.
Emergency lights checked.
Excellent. No smoking's on. Seatbelt is off. Let's make sure we got current running through all our probes. We do. The anti-ice windshield heat can come on. Everything else is off. And up top here, everything's in normal.
Light slow.
Annunciator, red light, yellow light, screen, and we got the in-off down here. Excellent. Good test. Wind shear. Yellow for the headwind, red for the tailwind. There goes. Wind shear on the FMA and wind shear up here was there. Excellent. Off. Anti-skid. We should get the four annunciators here. Both stall systems. Good. Mach overspeed. We'll turn on the logo light. Yacht amp. Mach trim in up. And the ice FOD alert. All four of them. Looks good. We're in auto. Auto bleeds are on. Or packs are on. Actually, I wanted to do that and then that. Let's see. Our landing altitude today will be shots. I'm sorry. Let's look at our airport chart here first. We have 1,026 feet. And the altimeter setting. What am I doing? I need this one. And the altimeter setting at the last weather was 3010. So 1,026. 3010. We are all set for a return. Check the annunciators. Looks good there. Scanning across. Lots of 8s. Lots of filled in numbers. We're looking good there. Okay. Alright, starting back here. Test. 1 PA airport data, because that's how I like it. 10 there. Alternate air is on normal source. 3010. 3010. Let's start passengers boarding too while we're at it. Reset the fuel used. We'll do the test. 2.08, 12 degrees. Looks good. Test A, test B. We'll use system A today. And we'll set our zero fuel weight here in just a second.
Landing gear.
Speed brakes are down.
Flat.
Flaps are up.
Stabilizer. Brake. Front lap.
Config warning is tested. I need to send this to VATSIM so we can get a squawk code. Let's do that, shall we? And there it comes. We are looking at a squawk today of 2002. We are also DAL 1569. 1569. Enter. Above. Throw the range out a little bit. And what's the CTAF? $19.1.
Hello.
Refueling is completed. Excellent. 0-0. We got CTF on, and whoop, anyway. Hello? Never brought my standby horizon up. Okay, I think, other than programming the McDo, we are good to go. We can go to flight plan here. Atlanta to Louisville, performance and net. We are going
Atlanta
to
traffic, Delta 2629, curve 26 right.
290,
26 west.
291 at 21 is our cruise wind. We are looking at a block of 20.0 slant normal. Got a zero fuel weight. 113.4. We can put that in here as well.
Passengers seated in rows 24 and 25 are also asked to review the exit row seating requirements. May I see your boarding pass?
113.4, and our reserves are 9.4.
If you are unwilling
Atlanta traffic, Bluefin 1050, taxi to 4 point runway 27 to right via Mike.
Minus 27 is
Flight
our top
Travel
performer.
2326 faxing, runway 27 right, Atlanta.
Additionally, we require that all passengers keep their seatbelts
And we're good to go. We go to takeoff.
and any time the fastened seatbelt sign is illuminated.
Weight and balance. 20,000 pounds of fuel.
Your compliance with all lighted signs, placards, and crew member instructions.
Boarding
Once
pass,
again,
please.
on behalf of the entire crew, welcome aboard.
26 left. Oh, yeah, we can't, we'll calc that. There we go. 6.5 and 50. So we'll go to 6.5 on the flaps. And we'll go to 6.5 here on our dial-a-flap.
Hello.
And we'll go to 50 here. Actually, we need our flight directors both on. They are. We need flex 50. Whoop. And we'll hit the toggle button. So we get the takeoff annunciators on the FMAs. We got them. And 29, 43, and 52. 129, 143, 152. We are ready. Our pre-flight
way.
Oh, this is why it's not complete. Duh. 26. What are we doing? Two six left, right? Correct. Yep. 26 left. We'll plan on. We're right over here in Concourse C.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 1013 lining up runway 27 right at Lima Charlie.
26 left. And we are on the...
Welcome on board.
Varnum to Glazer. Varnum to Glazer. Execute. Index. Arrival.
This way.
Glazer. Liddell 1. Liddell 1. Glazer. And then... let's look at that. Liddell 1. Let's see. We need to go to...
Hello.
K... Actually, before we do that, Sid, Varnum...
Boarding pass, please.
Varnum 1. So yeah, it'll be 26 left out to M-Pass, World, Varnum to Glazer.
Atlanta
Excellent.
traffic, Delta 1013 taking off runway 27 right, departing south.
SDF. Whoops. SDF.
May I see your
There it
boarding
is. Star. Liddell 1. Liddell 1 comes down off of Glazer. There it is. And,
pass?
what did it have in our flight plan? I don't know what the weather is there yet. So we will figure it out. But in the meantime... 3-5 right. So there we go. 3-5 right off of Miko. So approach ILS.
Good afternoon.
3-5 right off of Miko. So that's what we'll plan on. ILS 3-5 right.
Boarding pass, please.
Miko. Enter. All right. Looks good.
Good afternoon.
Now we can go to route. Now we can go to performance in it. Now we can go to takeoff. Now it says pre-flight complete. Pretty cool, huh?
Hello.
All right. We are all programmed up. Let's do the before starting engines. Parking brakes are set. Battery is locked and on. Fuel boost pumps. We are completed with fueling. So let's bring our mains on, centers off. We'll also get the seatbelt sign at this time. Emergency lights are armed. Probe heat is on captain. Windshield anti-ice is on. Pressurization auto up and set. Flight guidance panel. Ooh. I didn't come across here. So let's do this 10.15. 10.15. We'll do the Autoland test. But in the meantime, we're taking off runway 2.
Good afternoon.
6 left, which is 275 degrees. So that means we set 275 on our course
Welcome
here.
on board.
250 goes in the speed window.
Boarding pass, please.
275 goes in our heading bug, even though we'll go right to nav, LNAV. 29,000
Boarding pass, please.
feet. And then 275 over here. Whoops. Sometimes it does that. It must be something in my Mobi profile for my PAP 3. But anyway, 275, not a big deal. I don't manipulate this much anyway, except in this first part. And then we can bring our bank limiter down to 15 degrees. All right, we've done our Autoland test on number 2. Now we'll do it on number 1. Now we can continue. Flight guidance panel. Set and check. Flight instruments, bugs, and switches. We are at 129, 143, 152. We'll bug 1,000 feet above the field. And we are all set. Assumed temperature switch. ART is off. Assumed temperature 50 degrees. Fuel quantity distribution 20,000 pounds is where we started and distributed. FMS data inserted and verified. Transponders TARA and set. Spoiler levers retracted. Takeoff warnings checked. Throttles are closed. Fuel levers are off. Fuel crossfeed lever is off. Flaps and slats up and retracted. Aileron rudder trim 00. Briefings are completed. Seatbelt signs on. Now we're just waiting to do pushback. We got some traffic out here on the ramp though, so that's kind of fun. Oh, I guess you can't see it. They're on the other side. Can't quite make it out. Oh yeah, right there. Okie dokie. We'll wait for boarding to complete, and then we'll make like a shepherd and get the flock out of here. We're almost done. Excellent. While we're sitting out here, anybody want to learn about control tabs? When I move the yoke, that's what your yoke moves. This is the aileron. This is the control tab. So basically what you're doing is you're using your yoke to fly the aileron into the position you want. Same thing on the elevator. See the control tab moving when I move the elevator? That's what makes control forces manageable in the days before. And, you know, it doesn't tax the hydraulic system as much. It also makes... This is why on the Maddog especially, you might need some pretty large control movements at low airspeeds because there's not a lot of airflow over that tab. So when you're moving it, you got to move it quite a bit to get that aileron to fly into the correct position. Anyway, there's control tabs for you. The more you know. Are we done yet?
This way.
Yep, 3 to go. Cockpit to ground, I'm going to pressurize the hydraulics. How's that sound? Clear to pressurize.
Good afternoon.
Excuse me. There we are. We'll get the everybody's aboard message from the cabin, and then we will call for pushback.
Captain, all passengers are on board.
Thank you. Slam the door on me.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 1178 established, ILS 26 right, 12 miles.
Good. We are conservative in our zero fuel weight, so we are good to go. We'll go back to legs. We'll get our... We will get our anti-collision light on. We'll check our aircraft one more time here on the ground. We're good to go. All right, let's call GSX up and get ready to push. Nope. We'll leave our performance page up. We'll go into flight mode. Atlanta traffic, Delta 1569. We're going to be pushing back off of Charlie 35.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 23, taking off, runway 27 right, Jack to Atlanta traffic.
Oh, I forgot to turn off the lift. Oh well. Nope. We want nose to the right. Because we're going to 26 left. Brakes are released. All engines clear.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 1413, pushing back from Delta 1 onto Lima 7. Atlanta.
Start valves open. N2. Oil pressure is good.
Maximum motoring.
Fuel.
Fuel flow. GT.
Watching that AGT for the hot start. Watching N2 and N1 for the hung start. There's a switch over at 40%. We'll go ahead and start 2. Starter valve's open. Start valve is open. N2. Love the ignition sound. Listen for it. You can just hear it through the thunder.
GT.
Boof. EGT. All right, he's got a pin. See you, bub.
40%. Ladies and
Excellent.
gentlemen, if I could please have your attention.
Looks to me like we got
review some
2
important
good
safety
starts.
information. In preparation for departure, ensure that your seat back is straight up, your tray table is stowed, and that your carry-on items are placed completely under the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin. For everyone's safety, regulations require compliance with all lighted signs, placards, and crew member instructions.
Arm the speed brakes.
To fasten your
Set the
seatbelt.
flaps.
Place the metal fitting into the buckle and adjust the
We'll let
strap
the
so it
slats
fits
go
low
into
and
position
tight across
first.
your hips. To release, lift the faceplate
What are
of
we?
the buckle. Please
13
review the
and 6
safety
and a half.
instruction card in the seat pockets in front of you. It explains the safety features of this aircraft.
Watching
as well
the
as
indicator, make sure it
location
stops at
and
around 6 and a half,
operation of
just
the
past this
exits
5
and
mark.
flotation
There it is.
devices. There are 8 emergency
We'll
exits.
close those
aboard the
pneumatic
aircraft.
crossfeed valves.
Atlanta traffic, Frontier Flight 3072 is going to be taxiing runway 27 right via Lima.
There's our left, there's our right. Nose down, elevator power, and back. Alright.
Keeping in mind that it may be behind you. If there is a loss
That's because
of
of the art
electrical
and
power,
the parking
low-level
brake.
emergency lights will illuminate. All exits are indicated by lighted exit signs and by floor-level lighting. In case
I
of
gotta
a
make
loss
sure the
of
trim is in the
pressure,
right spot.
oxygen mask will be released
We
from
are a
overhead. To start the flow of
14.2.
oxygen, reach up and pull the mask towards you, fully extending the plastic tubing. Place the mask over your
14,
nose
what?
and mouth,
Too much.
and slip the elastic band over your head.
14.2.
Pull the
Alright, we'll
tab
match
on
up
either side of
the
mask.
trim position
The
with
plastic
that
band does not
index.
need to inflate when oxygen is flowing. Be sure to secure your mask
And
first
also the long
before
trim should
assisting
be around
others.
0.6.
As a
which it
reminder,
is.
smoking is not permitted in any
Okay,
area of the aircraft
before taxi checklist says engine anti-ice is off, air conditioning is established, flaps are set.
Atlanta
6 and a
traffic,
half.
Delta 1413, after passing JetBlue here, we're taxiing 27 right via Lima.
Spoiler lever is
Atlanta.
armed, auto brake is takeoff and armed, flight controls are checked before taxi checklist is complete. Alright, we are coming out of Lima 6 west to 26 left. Brakes are released. We're clear left, clear right. Taxi lights on. Here we go. Coming out at Foxtrot 4. Atlanta traffic, Delta 1569 coming out of Foxtrot 4. We're going to taxi to 26 left, Foxtrot Echo. Good bit of traffic today, although everybody's going down to 27. So I'm going to come up here to 26 left. I'm departing to the north anyway, so kind of makes a little bit of sense. Boy, it is crummy down here today. Look at that livery, though. That is the best.
Atlanta Tower, Alpha Juliet Romeo 2085, requesting taxi clearance runway 28 left.
This is CTAF, not Tower.
Yeah, there's no ATC here, buddy.
Hello, traffic. About flight 171 on the ALS 27 left. Follow the
Yeah,
traffic.
flight deck. Go ahead.
Captain, cabin is secure.
Atlanta traffic, Frontier Flight 3072 is going to be taking off runway 27 right from Lima, Charlie, Atlanta.
All right. Before takeoff checklist, takeoff data and bugs, set and checked. We're still at 129, 143, 152. So we rotate at 143. Everything else will be called flats and slats. 6.5. Stab trim is set. Spoiler lever is armed. ABS is takeoff and armed. Armed. Takeoff and armed. APU is off. Pneumatic crossfeeds are closed. Flight controls are checked. Hydraulic system is checked. High and on. Anti-ice is not required. Packs are on. Takeoff briefing is complete. Annunciator lights are checked. Ignition, we are definitely going to be using ignition because I feel like we're going to be taking off into some crappy weather. So we will go to ignition source A since it's an odd day. Got to make this turn out to Foxtrot. Or, I mean, Echo.
Clear traffic, Qatari 88-670, descending out of 7,000, I'll be taking down 127. Right, I was joined behind this 727 beside of us there.
And then as we make the turn onto the runway, I'm going to try to remember to turn on the radar, and we'll just make a sweep and take a look at what we got in front of us. I suspect it's going to be we're going to see some stuff off the departure end. So we'll take a look. It's not that we're going to sit in position and hold forever, but that's what we do in real life. Take a scan and then make a decision whether we want to go or not. So what do we have left for the takeoff? We got lights, ignition's on, and we got lights to go. And then before takeoff checklist is complete. I am using the Asobo handcrafted Atlanta. Haven't gotten the Atlanta scenery yet, the one that was released. Still sounds like it's pretty heavy on performance, and I don't know. I don't have a problem with the Asobo. There was that weird elevation bump we just went through, but you know, for stock scenery, I think this is a pretty good one.
Atlanta traffic, Frontier Flight 37 is airborne passenger 2000. Departing to the north side of field 3 departure Atlanta.
Quick screenshot. Alrighty. There's some lightning in that one.
Atlanta traffic, Qatari 86, turning left, base runway 27 left, Atlanta.
Let's pull up our departure chart. Uh, 250 knots until Zeeland. That's our only real restriction. Farnham. Oakley dokley.
Tower traffic, move flight 171, 727, short final 27 left. Tower traffic.
27 left. I don't see anybody on the 26s. It's cool that there's a 727 out there. Atlanta traffic, Delta 1569, be departing runway 26 left, be a right turn out. Farnham departure, right turn out to the north after departure. 26 left at Atlanta. All right, let's get out of Dodge. Lights. Nose light goes on bright. We'll turn on the radar here. We'll turn off terrain. There's nothing to hit anyway. And then we'll line up and do a quick scan and see what we got. See what we got to deal with here. Whole lot of green, it looks like. Which is okay by me. Takeoff, 290. We're going to go to LNAV at 400 feet. And make the turn out to MPass. Just trying to take a look out here. Doesn't look like anything worse than level 1 to MPass. Scan up a little bit. Alright. I think we're good to go. It's going to be wet, but nothing worse than that. Ready? Ready? Here we go. Spool them up. 1.3. Auto throttle.
Atlanta traffic, rented flight 372, it's passing 10,000.
Check.
Parting to the northeast, last call Atlanta.
Check.
80 knots.
Check.
V1. Rotate.
7.5 degrees. And rotate the rest of the way once you're off the ground. Up we go.
So traffic, Murray Flight 171, runway 27 left is clear. We're going to be taxed to Cairo.
Gear up, lights out.
LNAV.
JetBlue 306, you up?
Climb. Half rate.
Climb thrust set.
We shall accelerate. Here it is. Flaps up.
Flap 0.
We go slats up.
Slat retracted.
Go to VNAV. And we are good to go. It is raining. Disarm. Off. Are we pressurizing? We are.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 1413, departing runway 27 right, small 3 departure, Atlanta.
After takeoff checklist. Gear is up and no lights. Boiler lever is disarmed. Auto brake is off. Flats and slap up. No lights. Engine ignition is on A. Pressurization is checked. APU is off. Starting our turn at MPass. Atlanta traffic, Delta 1569. We are departing the area north. MPass on the Varnum departure, Atlanta. Off we go to Unicom. Through 7,000 feet. Ooh, is it raining? Ooh, there's some lightning. But it's only level 1 according to the radar. Unless we're getting what's called attenuation, and therefore there's some bad stuff through here and the beam's not making it through. Although these radars are so big and so powerful that level 1 you're not going to get a lot of attenuation. You'll get that if it's, you know, if it's extreme or heavy. But I am confident that it is just this level 1 stuff as we go. We're going to leave the flight attendant seated as we get through 10,000 feet. What was our speed limit? It was through Zelen. And Zelen is coming up right now. So what I would do is if we haven't reached Zelen by the time we get to 10, I would just hit IAS. In fact, I could do that now. We could go to IAS Mach 250 and hold that until we cross Zelen. That way we don't start the acceleration until we're past Zelen to comply with the SID. There's 10,000 feet. Lights are coming off. We're going to leave the flight attendant in their seats for now. We're past Zelen. We can go back to VNAV. Now we can accelerate. Also through 10,000 feet, we can bring our center tanks on. We're going to leave our ignition on also. And we are still pressurizing nicely. We'll continue the climb checklist through 10,000. Fuel system is checked. Annunciator panel is checked. Oh, hydraulics, I didn't do that. Off and low. Here we are, breakout. Nice. I think we can let him up. Now we're good until the 18 checks. All right, 320 knots is our climb speed. Our rate of climb will pick back up once we get there. We'll leave the radar on. We do have some, it's painting some stuff ahead of us still. Although most of it's off to the east, so we're in good shape. How are we doing in the back? Oh, you put your shade down. Well, that's no fun. That's pretty good looking, though. Everybody on this side put their shade down. Oh, no. This guy did. How's that for a wing view? Love these wing views. Yeehaw. Through 14 on our way up to 290. We are projected to land at Louisville with plenty of fuel, well above our minimum. Our reserves, 9.3. Love it. We took a little bit extra, but we ended up not having much of a ground weight. So all in all, I'd say that was pretty good. So all quiet, not much going to happen here until we begin our descent into Louisville. So I'm going to leave you now, and we'll pick this back up once we're headed into Louisville. See you in a minute. We are back. We are on our descent. We are on the Liddell 1 arrival. We're a little high. ATC kept us high, so of course they want us to go down and slow down. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, 3011's the altimeter. We're coming through 18,000 feet. We're only about 800 feet high now, so I'm going to bring in the speed brake. 3011. Kill that. We got an ACARS message. Is this just left over from those? I tried to get a weather report. The METAR did not come through. Alright. There. So go around there. Do the descent checklist. Descent checklist. So seatbelt sign is. Did I get that? Yep. Seatbelt sign is on. Excuse me. Landing data. It's a standard assessment, so we're good to go. Pressurization is checked and set. 3011. And the airport sits at 501. Alright, pressurization is set, engine sync is off, fuel boost pumps are, mains are on, centers are off. And we'll go ahead and click on the enhanced ground proximity warning system, the database. And we'll bring our range down a little bit. We need to be between 13 and 11 crossing Liddell. And we are. Excellent. What's our speed supposed to be? Oh, we don't have a speed at Liddell. Just 280 at Cobb's. So no speeds. Alright, cool. We can go fast. Through 18, the exterior lights are coming on. TRP is set to go around. Hydraulic system high and on. Stereo chime at 10. Stereo chime and our descent check is complete. Soda between 9 and 11. Right here. Louis, Rhoda, Stevens. Louis, Rhoda, Stevens. We got our ILS frequency in 111.95 with a course of 170. So we're all set there. 6 is the bottom of the star. So we are in good shape. .138. Looks good. Louis. Alpha 5 is our gate today. So we will land on 17 left here. We'll taxi back on Delta, come across on Lima, and into the terminal. Alpha 5 is right over here. If we do need to go miss, it'll be 1,000 feet, left turn to 3,000, direct to the Louisville VOR, and hold 114.8. So we could put that in over here, just in case we need it. And 170 and a little to the left. Yep. Excellent. So really we can just also do it off the RMI down here. Either way works for me. There's 9,000 feet with 310. Landing lights coming on. We'll chime the team in back. Let them know they need to prep the cabin. Rota between 6 and 7. There's the airport. Let's, we're on 24-2. Louisville traffic, Delta 1569. We're about 15 southeast on the Liddell arrival. Be setting up for the ILS-17 left. I don't see anybody else or hear anybody else. Yeah, there's a UPS coming in, but he's still 1,400 miles away. Maybe that's the airport. $6,000 at the bottom of the arrival. We are through 7 for 6. Horse country. It's interesting how this computer, the VNAV computer, kind of just computes a line from waypoint to waypoint in coming up with the glide ratio, the angle of descent. Because notice how it sort of leveled us off, whereas most other more modern VNAVs would have us at the top of the last constraint, which was at 8, so that we'd have a little bit steeper angle, making it from 8 to 6. Anyway, just sort of interesting. But we're still doing a sort of a constant descent, at least at 6 we are. But it is a slow descent the rest of the way. Oh no, there's the airport. That makes more sense. We'll just hold here at 240 knots till we make the turn. Of course, I could go ahead and well, after 6, I could descend all the way down to 3,500. I don't think there's any obstacles on this side of the airport. Oh, 3,600. Where's the highest point? Oh, it's over here. Yeah, I'll stay high. It's fine. There's a 1,000-foot hill over here. So, yeah, I was going to descend right to 2,500, but I'm not sure where I am in this chart yet, and I don't see me. So I don't have a georef to see how close I am to this 2,500-foot obstacle. So we'll just stay high. I could go to 3,500, I guess, or 3,000. Well, 3,500 or 4,000. All right, we're at 240 knots. I would, in real life, call the airport in sight and make a turn in. And on a light traffic day like today, they might just clear me for the visual. In fact, let's do that. We will do that visual. Louisville approach, Delta 15. What am I? 1569, airport in sight. Delta 1569, clear visual approach, runway 17 left. Clear visual approach, 17 left. Delta 1569. Here we go. I'm going to lose the flight directors. And we're going to start our descent down now to 2,500. Go to slats extend.
Slat extended.
Make our turn. It might be the LOU, Louisville Airport, ahead and off our nose. All right, I'm turning in now. I feel better about this. We can go ahead and send to 2,500 feet. There's downtown. We're on 2,500. I don't have two hands to change that to hundreds, so we're going to just deal with it. Let's go to flaps 11, speed checks.
25, man.
Flaps 11. Flight slips alive. Looks alive.
Flap 11.
We'll just sort of creep up on 2,500 as we make the turn.
Landing gear.
You're down, please. Ah, blew through it.
Gear down 3 green.
Flew way through it. That's all right. We'll get back on it. Right at that in that pillar. We'll start inching our way over. There it is. We're on glide slope. Flaps 15.
Flap 15.
Flaps 28. Speed brakes armed.
Flap 28.
All right. Blast through it here.
1,000.
Little changes in power have big effects on this airplane. And you want to kind of you don't want to come all the way back to idle, because if you need power, it takes a long time for these JT-ATs to accelerate. 5 knots fast. On glide slope. A little left. We're showing on the glide slope, but I got 3 reds on the Pappy.
500. 400.
Check. We're stable.
$300. $200.
Got a little high there.
100.
Back on it now.
Sink rate 40, 30, 20, 10.
Sink rate. Hold it right here. There we go.
Spoilers deployed. Ready reverse.
Wow, minus 111, really? Didn't seem that firm. I'll take it. 80 knots. My brakes.
Lights out. 60 knots.
No reason to get on it. Let the plane slow down. There we have it, folks. I'd like to be the first to welcome you to Louisville, Kentucky. Make the right turn, taxi back on Delta. We're looking for Alpha 5. There go the speed brakes. Flaps are coming up. Taxi light is on. Make the turn. Louisville traffic, Delta 1569. We're clear of runway 17 left. Taxiing the terminal. Not that there's anybody out there to hear us. Excellent. Alright, let's get the APU going. And how about an after landing checklist? Landing lights are retracted. Spoiler lever is retracted. Auto brake. Spoiler lever is retracted. Auto brake off. Engine ignition's off. Flats and slats up. Retracted. No lights. Radar is off. APU is starting. Pneumatic cross feeds are open. And we'll shut down the right engine after a couple of minutes. As I look down and then wake up to being in the grass. We got APU. We'll have bleed here in a couple minutes. All right, we won't have bleed till we shut down the engines. There's our digital flight guidance computer test. All right, we are crossing. And then we're going to hang a left on... Well, we can turn left on Golf here. Left on Golf, right on November, and then into the terminal. Now shut down number 2. Master caution associated with the engine shutdown. There's the terminal up there to the right. Still associated with the shutdown. Right turn on November. Wait, that says Papa. Oh, November's the second, right? Yeah, I don't want to turn here. This looks like a very narrow taxiway. There's November. Make the right turn here. And then we'll go into GSX and call up our gate. Alpha 5. Nope. Jetway. Be a left turn on Hotel, which should be this partial left turn all the way to the ramp from here. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that. That was fun. This is a wonderful update to the already wonderful aircraft, right? Not you can refer to my previous video, my other video where I go through the change log, but aside from some minor tweaks, right? The plane was already just outstanding systems-wise and flight-wise. So really, this update really brought it up to 2024 standards. Some nice quality of life updates to the AFB, for example. But really just updating the LODs and some of the textures, and bring it, like I said, bringing it up to 2024 standards. But happy to see it. I saw today, if you already purchased the 20th anniversary version, there will be no charge for this upgrade. So that's good to hear. And should be available, might be available by the time you see this video. If not, it'll be available shortly. Where's my Alpha 5? I gotta make one little turn, and then it should be on my left. There's Alpha 3. There's Alpha 5 as I drive right by it. I knew I was getting close. Alright. Taxi light's coming off. We'll make the sharp turn in. Get back on that center line. Alright, set the park brake. I got that on bus. We got the air going. Shut down number 1. Stand them up. And with that...
Captain, chocks are in place. You may release the parking brake.
Thank you, sir. Request deboarding. Oh, wait. Yeah, dancing. Yeah. That's right. We made him dance. There you have it, folks. Delta MD-88, a Leonardo, their excellent Maddog. Everybody dance for the new Maddog, new 2024 native MD-88 experience today with classic Delta widget livery, Atlanta to Louisville. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure enjoyed bringing it to you. There was one plane that I could only fly for the rest of my days in flight sim. This would be it. Anyway, glad you could join me today. I am CJ, your classic jet sim pilot. Until next time, keep the shiny side down. We'll see ya.